Alright, well the primer's dry. It's been a while, so yeah, the primer's dry. It's still really cold out here, so I've got the heater going. I'm going to see if I can get this thing warmed up a little bit. I'm going to try to sand this down and throw on the base coat and let that dry out. So, I'll be back. Alright, so the primer's sanded, and as you can see the edges where I have that tape, what's really good about that, it's keeping me from over sanding the primer. So kind of idiot proofs myself. So anyway, I got that sanded and cleaned off. I put some surface cleaner on there. That's the little dampness that you can see in the middle there. It's still drying, so as soon as that is done, I will be spraying some base coat on there. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright, well there's the first coat of the base coat. Everything seems to have gone on okay. Let's see, do I have a light handy? There we go. So once this stuff dries, I'll be throwing on another coat. And then once that dries, I might do a little level sanding on it just to make sure it's all good. And then it'll be time to put on some more of the cherry pie on this thing. It should should come out pretty cool, because once this thing gets all dried, this edge and all that will be pulled off, and then the neck will be re-taped down the fretboard, and then the whole thing will be clear coated. It's going to come out really cool. So yeah, I'll be back later. Alright, so there's the second coat of base coat. It went on a little thicker this time. You can see it's got a good kind of sheen to it without even having anything done to it. So with the sanding I did on the primer, it should come out really smooth. So I'm going to let this stuff dry out, and I'm going to turn the heat back up in here and see if I can get this stuff to dry. And maybe I'll throw on the candy, or at least some of it. So I'll be back. Alright, so the headstock's dry. I'm just getting ready to buff off the surface here and clean it up with some surface cleaner. And then it's time for the cherry. So I'll come back in a little bit. So this is the very first pass of the candy onto the black base. You can barely even see it, but I just got to give it a little time between coats. So I'll come back after about 2 or 3 coats or something like that. All right. Right on. So this is about 4th coat of candy, and you can start to see the reds showing up now. I'm going to let this stuff dry for a little bit so I don't get it way too thick, but 2 more coats, and that will end up matching how the number of coats that's on the body. So I'll let this stuff sit out for a little bit, and I'll be back. Right on. So this is after the 6th coat of candy. It's a little hazy still, so I'm going to let this thing dry for a little while, and then I'll bring the body out here and see if the colors match good enough, or if I need to add some more. So that's it. I'll be back in a little bit. All right. So this thing's been sitting around for about an hour. I brought the body out to see if the reds were conveniently the same. This one seems to have a little bit more red going on than the headstock, so I think that means I need more red on the headstock. So I'm going to throw a couple more coats on there and see if it starts to come to life. I'll be back. Right, so that's about the 8th coat of candy, and let me go over here and grab the body. And it's still a little darker than the body, so I think I'm going to let this stuff dry and come back to it maybe tomorrow or the following day and put a couple more coats on it and see if I can get this thing to brighten up just a little bit before it's clear coat time. So that's it for now, I guess. I'll be back.